Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We have a new challenge rift available and this dude has wings. I mean, I'm impressed. They actually look bloody awesome. So we're going to try and do this challenge rift and see precisely what it has. Looks like we've got zombie dogs in a gargantuan, acid cloud, spirit walk, haunt, poison darts. And this is all Legacy of Nightmare stuff. Okay. Interesting combination. It doesn't look like it's particularly geared for anything in particular, so I think we're just going to end up running through and trying it out. Get this guy out. I mean, I don't know what I should be doing with the Witch Doctor, really. I think we're doing okay. I think I'm just supposed to be hammering everything, really. So we'll carry on doing that. Oh, and using Spirit Walk to move quickly between packs. Right, yes, of course. Does Acid Cloud work for, like, big groups? I think it does. I mean, we're doing okay on time, so I can't be doing that badly with this. Let's push on and see if we can find the next... Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be Acid Cloud for most of it. And then periodically getting back things and haunting where it seems appropriate. Yeah, alright. Totally working. And we get a conduit as well. Alright, so it's not a particularly challenging one by the feel of it. It's mostly about knowing which skills you're supposed to be using at any given time. And that's pretty much Acid Cloud until you can't. Just because it does that much extra damage. And then when you're out, you switch to poison darts with the occasional haunt thrown in. Because it's good to keep the extra damage up. Full 1 minute extra. Jeez, this is a very generous one. It could be because it's a Legacy of Nightmares one and people, like, they get used to multipliers on things. It could be so that people have a chance to try out the different skills and see how they go. I mean, it's all gravy for me. 1 minute 20 seconds ahead of time at the moment. I noticed that our cooldowns are coming back quite quickly. That's probably down to either passives that we've got, which is great if that's the case, or we might have something in the cube. I didn't bother to check what the cubed items were. But regardless, it makes little difference when we're going so quickly through everything. Let's get that guy popped. My cat using the litter tray behind me. It's slightly disturbing because it's a weird scratchy sound just in my ear, and it makes me think that there's someone at the door. Hey. Bad form. Knocking me back. 98% cheese. We couldn't have just like killed a couple more things on the way in. Apparently not. Alright, Rift Guardian time. Let's get the haunts on, let's get the acid cloud in, and then just like pummel with everything we can. Gone. Oh my word. So much spare time on this one. 4 minutes 35, 150. Definitely not the fastest it could have been done, but way ahead of the actual objective. So that's going to give us 35 more death breaths, which we can obviously spend trying to get something worthwhile. Let's jump straight back in at Torment 12. Okay, let's claim this. Lovely bits and bobs. So we've got Give Falcon's Foot, we've got Jack and Board, we've got Firewall because it's not quite what we want. Poxfolds, they're good enough. Possibly the best thing that we could go for would be Mage Fist at this point. So maybe Gloves. Or upgrading rings to try and get Unity. That's the other potential option. Let's ask Kadala for some rings. And then we'll try doing some upgrades. The upgrade rare item. We can do this a few times. Justice Lantern. Ah. I mean, it is slightly better than our current Justice Lantern, so I probably shouldn't complain about that. The damage reduction is a bit less, but we get 6% toughness. So I think it works out better, especially with the plus 1% block chance. Band of Hollow Whispers, we really don't care. And another Convention of Elements, which is just not the one that we want. That's disappointing. We'll get Shen to take Pain Enhancer out. Over here. And we'll swap over to this one. Yeah, just generally it works out better. I mean, it is a level 66 Justice Lantern that we had before, so it's understandable. What are you using at the moment? Nagering and Oculus. We've got you the Defender of Westmarch. It's probably not really worth us giving you anything else at this point. You're staying alive, which is the important thing. And you're going to have Oculus and Unity. So, yeah, it's waste giving you anything extra. Over here, Band of Hollow Whispers can go. Bulkathos Wedding Blade can go. Convention of Elements. That can almost certainly go. I thought we had a spare in there. Maybe it's on the other page. Oh, no. Well, we've got one now. And Justice Lantern can go in there. The others just get salvaged. And we are back to the grind. We are working on getting our legendary gems up to 35. And we're getting a butt ton of experience as we do it. We're going to keep it at Torment 12. We can afford to empower it. So, here we go. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but these things will come back to me with time. So, of course, we have Provoke now. We need to actually be close to get the benefit of it. But Provoke itself does provide some small benefits after we've triggered it, even if we're not getting mobs attacking us via it. Taking this one a little bit slower, because I think we were just kind of at the edge of our comfort zone when we hit Torment 12 last time. And Torment 12 is fine and all, but definitely don't want to be overstretching. And I want to keep my my get out of everything options, just in case we get ourselves in a spot of trouble. Less likely now that we don't have resource issues, of course, but always worth considering these things. You are starting to annoy me. Grab all of those. 18 billion. It's just so much damage. I mean, when we're just fighting Chap, I don't mind pushing on a little bit faster. But yeah, at the end of the last episode, you didn't see me assign the Paragon levels. We got so many. I think we got something like 20 levels from one rift. That wall is in the way. Yep. If they just keep, like, coming at me, I will quite happily just keep knocking them down. It is not rocket science. Shield Pylon gives us carte blanche to just charge in looking for the next actual trouble. All of these into the next group. See, we are just getting so many levels, and of course all this is going to be massively helping us out. Smack you, smack you. At some point I'm going to have to start thinking about the conquests that we want to do, but we've got plenty of things on the season journey to tick off before then. Once we get up to a high enough level, we can actually make ourselves a Gem of Ease, and then we could level another character pretty quickly. So there is always the chance that we'll end up doing multiple set dungeons just for the conquest. I prefer to like have a softcore one that I just power through as well, but we can't do Gem of Ease and transfer it across to a softcore character. It just doesn't work like that. I do kind of wish that you could transfer stuff to your softcore characters and just not back. I think that would be perfectly fair. No elites at the moment. Very nearly gained another level as well. We're already up to 231. 232. Paragon levels racing away. Let's head down here. Yeah. Big guy needs to go down. He's an Avenger, so they're going to get even bigger. Ooh, jeez. Let's pop a little bit of shield just for sanity. Yes, fire under feet is very painful. So standing back and killing stuff at range, we're totally fine with that. I know I said it previously, but I'm very glad we still get our life per wrath spent. Because constantly flinging shields around, we're constantly spending wrath. Well, we're not really spending it because the cost has been removed, but we would be constantly spending it, so we're constantly healing. And that means as long as we can just like tolerate most of the damage, we should heal up in time. Not very good with patience. Make ourselves even bigger. And that was a big strike. We got anything down here? Nope. Dead end. Let's get a shield going up the stairs. S of Johan doing its thing, pulling everything together very nicely. Especially useful because of the area of effects that our shield gives. Right. Raziel. Ow, that was a bit painful, but Raziel's gone. So many things. Oh my word, let's get all of them. Ah, no, you know what I should have been doing? I should have been doing the two-handed flail for in the cube. That being said... No, that is not the one we need. I mean, it looks cool. Urshi, we were talking about the Bane of the Stricken. That's what we were doing. I totally didn't get distracted. Back to town. We'll get these identified. And then we can hop back in for another one. Paragon 240. And so we got 369. Wow. A lot of levels. So it wasn't quite 20 that we got, but still a significant jump. Alright. Pig sticker, nah. Cloak, nah. Gift to Solari, nah. Jace's Hammer of Vigilance. Increases the size of your blessed hammers. Hilarious, but no. And Creed's Flame, not very useful. So, let's have a look. Mortal Drama. We don't have one of those yet. So we'll hold on to that. Gift to Solari goes. Jace's Hammer, we've got one. Pig Sticker, can't be done. Cloak of the Gold, we don't care. So it's just Creed's Flame. Do we have a Creed's Flame? We do have a Creed's Flame. In fact, we've got a better Creed's Flame, so this can definitely go. Gone, 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 gone. And then we go for another one. Oh, we can't afford to empower this one. It's just going to be a regular one. It will still be enough. It will still be enough for us to get Bane of the Stricken up to 35, and that'll tick off this part of the season journey. Okay, pretty solid, pretty solid. Give me all these. Let's hurry on through. I'm feeling less threatened by most of the mobs. It could be because we've not faced that many ranged elemental things this time, but I think we can afford to move a little bit faster than we have been, just in general. Of course, saying that is a lot easier than actually doing it. Power pylon. Yeah, let's grab that. And who is next? Totally taunted him and then murdered him. I mean, the taunt was kind of pointless. It was just for show, but still fun. Nothing wrong with showing off, even if it's only to demons. Ooh. There is something, or was something big in there. I can tell because of the big glowing purple beam of light on the ground. Does kind of give these things away. So much damage. Mwahahaha. Now, of course, the higher we push in terms of difficulty level, the more health the mobs are going to have. But that's the point when Pain Enhancer is really going to come into its own, because it will increase our attack speed, and Blessed Shield does benefit from an increase in attack speed. So, very much a good thing having bleeding mobs around us, and that's just going to allow us to put more damage out faster. Yeah, he keeps saying that patience word. I don't think it means what he thinks it means.
Not ready yet.
another elite. Okay. You're done, and your friends are done as well. Well, now they are anyway. Yeah, he keeps saying it to mean wait rather than have patience. If we'd already had like a conversation beforehand, then it would make sense. But it just makes him sound like a bit of a judgy prick. Crusaders. Can't live with them. Right, ticking round to fire. I am glad I put that extra armor on for a second. That's a lot of flamey doom that was trying to come in there. We managed it pretty effectively, but this is why I need the illusory boots, so we can just move unhindered. Just in case things do look like they're going to go wrong, we can bid a tactical retreat, reposition ourselves in a safer position, and then start flinging shields. So pretty much in the campaign, it always reaches a point where you're not massively challenged by what you're doing, but there is like the grind that you need to get your gear done. And then once you've got the gear done, and you're kind of like starting to push yourself, the challenge picks up again. While we're grinding out the gear, it always feels a little bit like it's just doing the chores. That was a little bit dangerous for a moment there. But rest assured, this is still a lot of fun for me. I mean, the fact that we're punching so high above our weight and above our Paragon level is a great indication that the build has gone well so far. I mean, I can't stress that enough. We're getting so many levels per run through. We really shouldn't be running at this level yet. Yeah, that thing tried to charge me in the back. Not cool. Very not cool. I mean, I think it missed, so it's a bit of a moot point, but... $99%, it's got to be nearly Rift Guardian time now. I'd really like all my stuff to be off cooldown for the Rift Guardian, but... you know, you take what you can get. Ah, it's just ticking around fire. No! Oh, we got one hit in. Ooh, let's dodge that. That's quite painful. Yeah, keep him stunned. A whole bunch more things. Lots of braces this time. 3 sets of braces. Okay, Urshi, let's go for this gem. Season achievement. Up and at gem. Right, I need to get these ID'd, and while they're IDing, we can put 12 more levels in. Life per hit goes up, armor goes up, critical hit chance goes up, and strength, of course, goes up as well. Ooh, an ancient talisman of Akan. I mean, that would be awesome if we weren't specifically trying to use the Hellfire Amulet. But, I mean, it's still pretty damn nice. Face of the First Men, no. Cord of the Sherma, it's nicer because of the 4 seconds, but it's not as nice because it's not ancient. But it does mean that we have an additional one to reroll, which is good. We'll hold on to that. So the Talisman of Akan, that can go here with the other one. Lacuni Prowlers, they just get salvaged. Nemesis Braces, they will go in the cube. Arrow Spark of Life. I'm pretty certain we've got one. It's pretty common to find. Oh, no, we don't yet. Oh, no, we do. Yeah, right there. I'm just going blind. And we're not going to bother extracting that. So let's Let's go to Hadrig. Gone, gone, gone. Right, how many death breaths? We've only got 3 death breaths. So even if Kadala does give us Unity, we still won't be able to extract it yet. Michel's Ring of Larceny and another Oculus is an 83% one, as opposed to an 84%, so not quite as good. Gone and gone. Okay. Let's drop these gems off, and we still have Greater Rift Keystones, so let's do one more Greater Rift. And we can afford to empower it. Brilliant. And if you remember, that's just because we were trying to find out what level we could actually run at, so we just kept running regular rifts. With the expectation that we might need to run away. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But it does mean that this episode is almost entirely Greater Rift based. They do tend to go faster though, so it's a good thing. I mean, we got to do the Challenge Rift and then we've done 3 of these. So it's a lot of levels that we've got. If you think like 12 per time, that's 36 plus a little bit of shrapnel. 36 Paragon levels in one episode. It's the kind of stuff dreams are made of. If dreams were made of Paragon levels, of course. Okay, that was a lot of explosions. Mostly down to the little annoying things, but still, you do need to be careful of these things. Sometimes I think to myself, I'd quite like to do a build based on getting some elemental invulnerability, either cold or fire, or both. And then just not have to worry about quite a large amount of the troubles that you face. But then you end up lulling yourself into a false sense of security with it. And you round the corner and you end up with 3 arcane beams or some other combination that just catches you off guard. I'd much rather have general defense and be equally bad at protecting from everything. And there are some situational times when elemental immunity is very useful, like some of the set dungeons where you can't take any poison damage. That kind of stuff. Yeah, of course. You'd be foolish not to use the... Is it this way? Yes, it is. Not to use the various amulets available. Oh, what a waste of a conduit. Ooh, let's not stand directly on these guys. And he's shielding as well. Scheißen. And Waller as well. That's just, like, rude. So, I'm big, so you can't get past me. I'm shielded, so you can't kill me. I'll put a wall in your way, so you can't run away. And then I'm going to put some explosions on the ground. Hi, Alex. How are you liking your evening? How are you liking all your hubris? Right, let's get on these fire chains. You, the last one. The last crawler. Sounds like the end of a horror trilogy. As opposed to Star Wars, of course. Speaking of Star Wars, I'm assuming that most people watching are Star Wars fans. Fighting fantasy and sci-fi tend to go hand in hand. Obviously, we have the new Star Wars film coming up later in the year. At least I think it's later in the year. I'm pretty damn excited. I mean, I love Star Wars, even though the prequels were not brilliant. I love when people tell stories that they care about, and Star Wars is something that everyone cares about, all the people involved. You can really see their heart going into it. And that, you know, even if it's bad sci-fi that you're watching, the heart that goes into it makes it a good story. There's a lot to be said for your imagination, like taking whatever story you're watching and making it great. But if you're already starting with something that's great, then it can just become so much better. And as far as universes go, it has been a huge inspiration and influence on other things throughout the years. So very grateful for it, as well as thoroughly looking forward to the next one. I also don't think that there's potentially any problem with them just doing more and more films set in the universe, because the universe is so massive. There's so much timeline for them to work with as well. They can tell different stories all over the place and still not even have it interacting with the main story that everyone, you know, the canonical Skywalker saga that everyone knows and loves. Well, there's a lot of poison damage from those. Oh, this entire place is going to be poison damage, isn't it? Here's me saying about, you know, immunities never as useful as you think they are, and what I would give my brother's right arm for some poison immunity. I'll just keep popping the heals periodically. I say the heals, like steel skin and everything else that gives us a spot of protection. And we should be able to keep on top of it all. Oh, channeling pollen. Not going to be a huge amount of use, but it will allow us to just keep pumping our Akarat's champion. And our massive iron skin. I mean, that's going to be the other big benefit of it. Come on, don't stand behind there. Come out where I can kill you. There we go. And of course we're going to get those in just a moment. Ooh, jeez. Got a little bit too close to that. It's fine, though. All in hand, of course. I'd like to get the Rift Guardian while we still have this speed pylon. Don't make me run away, guys. I will pop my Akarat's champion so we can do this. Right, we're about to change the fire. There we go. As soon as it ticks around to fire, so much extra damage. Crusader shield, regular shield. There was a potion in there as well. Interesting. Okay. So, choices. I think we'll go for Bane of the Trapped because it's a direct percentage increase. Once we get that up to 40, we'll start pulling the others up.
I'm returning to town.
Gemming in the name of the Lord. But that's been a pretty good run, I'd say. Oh, we've got another Gear Falcon's Foot. It might be better. Let's ID this and put our points in. We are out of time for this episode, though. So thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you are liking these videos, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.